Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinabigs here with Bigs Training and Coaching, and today we're doing a video on push day. So this is my usual push day routine. I've been doing push-pull legs ever since I started, so it's somewhat between like bodybuilding and powerlifting in a sense, the way I train at least. And so over here you can see we're just warming up on the bench press. My max is around 315 to 340 on a good day. I don't know, it's based on how it is, but um, right now we're just working up. We're trying to go for a 1 rep max today, just training that. And as you can see here, I immediately slap on a plate to warm up with because my max is very high, so it's a lot higher than at least what I'm doing, so I can afford to put on more weight. So if your max was less, then yeah, you shouldn't go as you shouldn't put that much weight on. But that was, we did 185, and then this is 225. Just doing a couple reps, just getting the blood flow to the chest, the shoulders, the triceps, just warming up, working on the form. This is 275. I think I do this for 3. You can see I have the shelf liner in the bottom there. That stuff helps a lot. Like if you can't afford to like pay for these really fancy ones that's like are grippy and stuff, you can just buy shelf liner from your local Home Depot or something. Here is 315, and the belt's on, the wrist strap's on. I lost a little bit of tightness here. The rep should have been a lot smoother, but we still get it up, and it's not too bad. Not too happy, but it is what it is. We have good days and bad days. Then we do a reps of 12. Just from back off sets, we do 12 reps of 225. My training is usually like this. I work up to my max, and then I finish that up, and then I do back off sets, mostly for compound lifts. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going. I think I get 12, I'm pretty sure. Make sure you get a nice arch, making sure our elbows are as close to our body as possible, flexing the lats, leg drive, everything is there. Keep your shoulders retracted at all times. And usually I go down to 185 for my second back off, but I just went to 135. And I go for a wider grip here just to make it harder on me. I have shorter arms and stronger arms, so when I do, I bench close grip usually. Most people who have lankier arms will probably bench wide grip for the most part. I just rip it out until I get a nice squeeze and a good pump. Close to failure. And then we go on to the chest press machine. So I'm aiming for 8 to 12 reps, and you can see here I'm putting my hands very close. It's like half my hands off the handle, and that's just because I want to contract more at the center of the chest. Obviously there's some grip issues that might come up if you do this, so I think I repositioned my grip a couple times. But yeah, then we do drop sets. This is the last set, so we're gonna do drop sets for our last set. So we just do 2 to 3 drop sets up until failure. Making sure I squeeze as much as I can at the center of the chest. That's at least what I'm aiming for. See, I drop set it again. There we go. And pump out those reps until failure. I usually do 3 sets, so this is my last set. Then we moved over to pec flies. I usually do this on the cable as well, but it was taken, so I just used the pec deck. The reason I don't like the pec deck so much is because when you bring to the center of the chest, you can't squeeze as hard, right? The handles get in the way, but if you're using a cable, you can bring in your arms a lot more. Yeah, we just pump out those reps. Probably should go a little bit slower. It was the last set. We go until failure. Squeeze, 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 and then boom. Then we decrease the weight, and we keep on going, aiming for the same exact thing. Really trying to squeeze the center of the chest as much as possible. Then we moved over to dips. We did 3 sets of these as well. So the 3 sets, 8 to 12, is a common scheme for most bodybuilders. Anywhere from 8 to I think like 13, 15 rep. It's 8 to 15 from the literature. It's just called hypertrophy. But I recommend just going 8 to 12, not 15. 15 is way too much. The muscle will barely be pushed to failure, and you want to make sure the muscle gets tired a lot quicker. So 8 to 12. And then that was 3 movements of chest. Sorry, 4 movements of chest. And now we're doing shoulders right afterwards. So we're doing lateral raises with the cable, single-handed, and then we switch. With lateral raises, one thing I've realized, 8 to 12 is great, but I get like the best results I've gotten have been like 12 plus. So going too heavy with this is not the best idea. You can't really go too heavy with this anyways. The muscle group is so small, and if you're really focusing on contracting the side delt, then you should take it slower and really focus on the contraction. But yeah, we do 8 to 12 here, and then I do drop sets for these ones as well on the last set. Some force reps there too. Then we went to upright rows, or at least I think it's upright rows. I was trying to mainly focus on the delts here rather than my back. You can see my back is contracting a lot. That's why I'm standing up upright a little more. I'm focusing mostly on the side and the back, primarily the side. Trying to grow the size, get the 3D delts. Or Derek might say for more plates, more dates. Death Star delts. For us, it's planet delts. We're trying to build planet-sized delts here. And then we do face pulls. I do this on the cable row machine. I don't know why. It's just it felt easier. It's a lot easier to get into at least and set up. And I don't have to like balance myself. So here I can just sit down and just focus on pulling it towards my face, really contracting on the way up. And putting that chest up on the way, like when you're coming up, make sure your chest is up high and you're contracting as much as possible. I also did drop sets for this as well on the last set. So that's what we're primarily doing. Then we move over to front delt raises. Now these people say you don't need to do, but I realized, at least for me, when I do when I start doing front delts, I can really tell a difference. Like the size of my shoulders have really increased. The 3D look has been like multiplied, if I could say, ever since I started doing front raises or any form of raise, front raise for that matter. Doing this with the cable, you can do that too. You can do it with however you like. Just anything that will stimulate the front delt works just fine. You can see the lighting here is a bit dimmer, but it looks a lot better. And I just superset these with lateral raises. Again, I feel like my side delts are a little bit like they need to be worked on, so I'm putting more effort, doing more sets, doing more movements for the side delt. Rear delts, I don't do as much because I also work it on back day, so it's not really necessary. Next up, we got tricep pushdowns. Over here, it's just a normal grip, right? Trying to make sure my shoulders don't move too much. Except for the way down, I'm trying to push as hard as I can downwards, so my shoulders might come forward a little bit more. But I'm trying my best not to have my shoulders work that much. With this, I'll go up to, like, let's say if I'm doing 100 pounds for the tricep pushdowns, I'll do 100, 80, 60, 40, 20, and then I'm done. And then that's one set. So it's drop sets for every set when it comes to arms. Different variations. So this one I'm making myself distant with the rope to hit more of the long head, right? And I use these different like hand positions to hit different parts of the tricep, like focus on them more, I guess. Here I roll forward and I'm trying to push them down. There's not that much of a difference. They're all gonna work the tricep anyways, but just variety really matters. It's like doing hammer curls and then normal bicep curls. So put it that way. And we're just gonna finish it up here, and yeah, there we go. You can see I'm just force reps up until failure. The weight's really light, so. Then we're doing overhead tricep pushdown. Push-ups, I don't know what it'd be called. Tricep raises? Tricep extensions, of course. I'm a personal trainer. It's overhead tricep extensions. We're doing these as well in between. For arms, I do like 6 sets for triceps, and I do that twice a week. Biceps, same thing. Just twice a week. Train each muscle group twice a week as much as you can. Then I superset this with front delt raises. Went to underhand grip. And then I also did lateral raises with the easy bar. Try it. It's not that bad. Honestly, I enjoy doing it with a bar. It's kind of weird. It's kind of different. You got to stabilize more. But it's pretty sick. Just getting those extra little reps in just to make sure I grow. And these all accumulate over time, and it does put stress, but I'm near done here, so I can't really push as hard as I want to. And here I go close grip push-ups, primarily hitting the triceps and the center of the chest. This is a good finisher for sure. Definitely recommend. I learned this from the Hodge twins when they were making their workout videos back in the day. Really helped out. And finally we have some posing. So this is where the thumbnail comes in. Got the thumbnail from here. The lighting's pretty good. Really pumped. I'm obviously not as lean as I usually as I was before. I'm around 15% right now, but it's lean enough. I keep most of my fat in my lower body, so my upper body is always lean. Most of the time, at least. I'm weighing in I think I was weighing 242 that day. Most muscular. Flexing the chest. Went into the posing room they have over there at my gym. I guess it's a posing room, kinda. The lighting there is not that good. I wish it was more downward, it was a lot brighter and it was straight downwards on top of you. I feel like if there was only one light instead of two, it would have been a lot better. Because there's 2 lights, it doesn't it doesn't have that shine down kind of lighting. I don't know how to explain it, but side tricep, and here's one in the mirror, the magic mirror. I look a lot bigger in this video, in this part of the video. But when you're a little bit higher body fat percentage, you kind of tend to look smaller than if you were lean. But I'm a lot bigger now than I was if I was lean. Hopefully Gymshark gives me a sponsorship, goddammit. Fuck. Showing off the legs a little bit, the hams, barely, but I'm trying. Side tricep. Side chest. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for more. Thank you.